There's your delicious shot.
Delicious shot.
All right, should we do it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Should I look into the camera? I probably should.
You do it.
All right, lion face, lemon face. Welcome to JBuck Studios presents Shot Ones, the show where we take tough shots to answer tough questions. Joining me today is Buckendahl.
Hello!
He's the creator of JBuck Studios, of course.
So thankful you invited me over to my channel.
Yeah, it's my channel now. And so today we are doing a revamped version of Shot Ones. If you're a member of the Patreon, which probably are if you've watched this right now.
Down in the comments or description.
Yeah, up your subscription if you want more of these. So. We tried this out once before. Turned out interesting. It was fun, but it wasn't quite the show we wanted to do. This is a real show. This is something we were putting some time into, mostly Jared, because we just spent an hour and a half putting this all together. But we are here to take some interesting shots. We got a new selection, some old and some new here. It's going to be an interesting time. So, Jared, how do you feel? Are you ready for some shot ones?
I don't like shots, but I'm here because this is a great idea. This is, some might say, a ripoff of a different show. I don't think so. I think this is wonderful ingenuity. I haven't been drinking yet.
Yeah, we haven't.
I love the bird poncho. I would love to say.
Yeah, this is the official Shot Ones outfit for the host of Shot Ones, which is
it'll be up in the shop in no time.
Exactly. Yeah. So we're gonna dive into some delicious shots, and I think we should start with
some hard shots and hard questions, right?
Exactly. We'll start with the 8 o'clock whiskey. Is that what it's called? 8-barrel whiskey.
Ugh. I don't know, man. Kentucky whiskey blend.
Kentucky whiskey blend.
I don't know what the name of it is.
Yeah, it's something along those lines. So, without further ado, let's jump into it.
So we take the shot now?
Yeah. All right. Cheers. This will be customary. Our new rule I'm creating right now. We tap it,
down it,
pop it,
and take it,
and then down it. That one hit me in a weird spot. So, that one, we're doing this on an empty stomach, by the way.
You know when you eat a lot of acidy food, sriracha, take that into one of those giant things that you soak up water, shove it in your mouth, and just like a giant syringe. My insides, I could feel the skin come off. I remember the last time we did this, that didn't do much. Like, it was not good, but I was like, oh, I can feel it, like, right here. Yeah.
It's not good.
No.
But this reminds me, because...
This reminds you?
This reminds me of a Nickelback song. No,
what is
it? This reminds me of, like, in college, and for me, I wasn't a high school drinker, so that's something that I wanted to ask you about. But for me in college, I remember, like, experimenting with shots, just shots. and trying different liquors and alcohols and whatnot, and the first, like, do you remember that moment of, like, taking your first whiskey shot and being like, oh, this is probably gonna be terrible? Like,
yeah. Do you want to hear? Okay, so my first exposure, and again, people out there, wait until you're 21.
No.
You know what? You do you. Stay safe. I think I had my first beer when I was like 13.
Really?
And it was just like at a friend's place, and they're like, oh, are you sober? After I had one, they're like, you still sober? I didn't even know. That's the first time I'd ever heard that word, so I had no idea. I was like, no, yes, and that was it. Yeah. But then I remember when I was like maybe 15 or 16, there was older dudes on my cross-country team. I think it was the end of the season or whatever, went out to their place, and that's the first time I ever had hard alcohol. And this was a staple from that age through about 23. It was Admiral rum, like that vanilla, creamy, it's not Captain, it's his shitty brother with the towboat or whatever, where he's your Admiral Nelson, and it was that with Coca-Cola. Yeah. That was the standard drink growing up, essentially.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't drink in high school at all. I didn't have my first beer till I was 20.
I remember my first beer.
And it was when I was 20. I didn't have any hard alcohol probably until right around college time. Around 21 in college.
Did you start off with a UV blue and lemonade?
No, I didn't. Because I was starting to drink, like, legally in, like, bars. Like, that's when I started drinking a lot more heavy stuff. Yeah. So I was able to get, like, vodka sodas and stuff like that. And it was so it wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. What was your go-to drink in college though when you were going out to the bars?
Well, go-to, I think that's the thing is like I grew up on vodka. It wasn't no, not vodka. Rum and diet.
Okay,
it was rum and diet.
Okay.
So like
so you went to the bar because I mean the Admiral thing is a little more specific, but like that.
Exactly. And see, that's the thing. Once you get to the bar, I was just like, I don't know what to order.
Yeah.
And it was like just get rum, and you got rum. So it was rum and diet. It wasn't rum and Coke because regular soda, people out there, it tears my stomach up, even though we're drinking really bad alcohol. The diet was the way to go, but then years later, I think it was because I was trying to lose weight or something, which it stuck. I just like vodka soda.
Vodka soda. That's what I do too.
Like that's my go-to.
But yeah, rum and cola, rum and Coke.
Rum and diet, rum and whatever.
Yeah, that was my go-to. I don't know why that was such a popular thing, but it was that or just like Bud Light or whatever.
Yeah, give me one of them Bud Lights.
So, did you have a different pre-game drink? Other than like besides the one you went out, like because pre-gaming would just be beer. Like we would start out at like 2:00 in the afternoon and start drinking Busch Lights. It was, I mean, that's on weekends. That's what it was like.
Game day weekends, everything like that.
Just normal weekends.
I think that it really depended because shots. Again, we're doing this show, Shot Ones. Trademark coming soon. I don't do shots.
Yeah.
Pre-game though, I think it was just kind of beer. Okay. It was whatever we had because it was like, you know, you're a goddamn gremlin and you're like, whatever can I have to drink?
Right. What was cheap?
Like freshman year, I drank a beer called Beer 30.
Yeah.
It came in a
purple can. Yeah.
Yes.
I remember
with a clock, and it's like any time's the right time. That I think that was the slogan.
That was the best.
And then on the back when you flipped it, it said to get arrested. That's what it
really?
was. No.
I never had it. I just because I stocked it for years at Fairway.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah.
It was like you had to chew it. It was that like. It was thick. It was a thick drink.
Well, I think there's not a better place to end than a thick beer. No. So I think we should move on to our next liquor.
All right, thank you.
All right, next round 2, we have Ernie L's, I believe, iced coffee, iced chocolate.
Oh, Ernie L's.
He
never steered me wrong.
Here we go. That's good. That's good.
Actually, you know what that was? That was a shot of Christmas.
Yeah.
You know what it is? When you go to the store, do you do this? When you go to the store when it's holiday season and they have that mint chocolate milk?
I mean, no, but I would do it.
I love it. And this, you know what? I'm gonna start drinking this every day for breakfast.
Yeah, and then you'll end up.
Oh my god!
A rehab center.
You know what? We're halfway there.
Yeah, when you create a show about drinking shots, you're pretty much there. That tastes like one of my favorite things around Christmas time is mint M&Ms. I'll eat a shitload of those. And so that's kind of what that tasted like, but if you were an alcoholic. So
yeah, melt them down and then stir in some sort of alcohol. Just like
like a witch.
Yeah,
like an evil drunk witch.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Christmas, and we were talking earlier about drinking, nostalgia,
see the segue. Yeah.
Right? We're talking about nostalgia.
Yes.
One thing that I think about a lot for me is like when I think about my past and like, especially when I was getting into movies more, those movies changed a lot about me, like my habits, but who I am as a person. Mm-hmm. And so I'm thinking about like when you were a kid or high school or whenever, or even now, like what movies do you think if you never watched, what that would have changed you? Like what movies influenced you the most, who you are today?
Oh, 100%. If I didn't watch certain comedies when I was younger, like for example, Ace Ventura, Dumb and Dumber, Scary Movie, like these were movies that we quoted so much. Mm-hmm. But also, I think it's obviously, I mean, you know me, some people out there know me. Yeah. This isn't an act. I'm just borderline mentally insane.
Yeah, he like will come out of a room with a costume on.
Yeah, and he'd be like, "Hey, what's up?" And they're like, "What?" So I think that kind of crafted my comedy over the years because then again, I floated more towards comedy films and whatnot. But then also stuff like my movie preference now. Believe me, I love comedies, but it's tough to really make me laugh. I have no idea why.
Yeah.
But I think that you have definitely imprinted on me with indie movies.
Yeah.
Because it's one of those things where I wouldn't say I've seen it all, but
right.
I hate to say it, but a lot of blockbusters, a lot of mainstream movies, you get what you get.
Right.
I love going into something and seeing something that maybe reflects on me in a certain way, because we watched a movie recently, Hearts Beat Loud.
Yeah.
It felt like it was a nostalgic type movie that reminded me of high school, that reminded me of decisions that I could have made, like forks in the road.
Yeah.
Where it was like, do I go this way or do I go this way? And the movie went that way. I didn't go that way. If I would have watched that movie, I maybe would have went that way.
It would have changed who you are.
And see, that's the thing.
Yeah, that would have changed who you are, potentially.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think it's one of those things that now I've exposed myself, and again, through this movie career type thing of 3 years now, plus a few years prior of just going to almost every movie. There's been stuff that I maybe didn't want to go to, or I wouldn't have gone out of comfort zone. That had definitely influenced me into my movie taste and into what I've wanted to do with life.
Because, like creatively.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I hate to say it, it was one of those things where it was career, it was money, it was not power. Look at me. It was that, but now I'm like, okay, I have this creative brain side of me that has been dormant for so long that it's like, help me. Like, let me out.
And you have to find certain things to get you to that point, like movies in general. Like for me, it's like Kevin Smith. His story and then his movies got me to write. Is there anything, like any movie in particular that you can point to that got you to start doing like comedy sketches or the reviews, like that type of thing?
I wouldn't say exactly comedy sketches, but I know for a fact one movie that just hit me because of what I was dealing with in life, and the message that it kind of had was La La Land.
Oh, okay.
Some people, overrated movie, maybe don't like it or whatever.
Yeah.
I went into that movie, didn't know a damn thing.
Yeah.
Didn't know it was a musical. It started, and I was like, oh my God. And I have a soft spot for musicals. Yeah. And as it goes, it's about this, relationship. And it's like, do I go after the girl? Do I have the dream? And then, at the end, it kind of shows you how both things play out.
I've never seen it, so don't spoil it.
So that's the thing. And I was like, oh.
Yeah.
And then the next day, I went to the movie again.
Really? You saw it twice?
The next day.
Okay.
And then that was when, it was supposed to be 3 months later, that's when I was supposed to start all of this. And it came and gone because I was like, everything needs to be perfect.
Right.
And spoilers, whatever camera I'm looking at, nothing's perfect.
Yeah. And I mean, this what we're doing right now, like, it's silly and fun, but this would have you would have never thought of multiple cameras, green screen. Like, this wouldn't have been possible if I would have thought of this 3 years ago and said, like, we should do this Shot Ones thing. You would have been like, how?
Yeah. And see, that's another thing. It's just like, through the 3 years, you yourself for podcasts and everything, you've taught yourself, you've expanded as well.
Cody,
but like, for my channel, if you look at the very beginning, they suck. I understand no one, like, I'm surprised even anyone was watching. Yeah. But then again, it's one of those things in life where it's like, you have to start somewhere.
Right. And so now we're here. We're taking shots.
And we have, like, the biggest budget ever.
Mostly the budget was the booze, but...
Which I can't write off. Taxes won't let me do that.
The only thing you can do is just drink and maybe feel a little better about yourself after. So who knows? Speaking of that, we should probably move on to the next shot.
Do you mind? I'm not going to lie. We've only been filming for like 20 minutes. Do you mind if I go take a piss?
Yeah, I guess. Please? I mean, that's what you got to do.
Yeah.
A few moments later.
Alright, I thought... It's your house, Jared.
Hello?
What the... Who is this?
What are you guys doing in here?
I mean, I was drinking.
Can I sit down?
I guess.
Hi.
Hi?
Hello.
Hello.
What are you guys doing here?
Is Jared okay?
No.
I don't know who you are.
He walked by me and said to just come in.
I don't believe he would do that to me, but what's your name anyway?
I'm Glenn.
Glenn?
Glenn.
Glenn what?
Glenn Glansberry.
Okay.
Why are you laughing at my name?
Because it's alliterative.
You're alliterative.
Okay.
Yes. What are we doing here?
Well...
Hello? Am I on camera?
You are there's 3 cameras here.
Hello.
Yeah.
Wait, is this a public show?
It's, it will be.
I've been on TV before, too.
Yeah, I know. I think I've seen your commercials. Now that your name...
Yes.
I guess now as good as time as any, because, like, Jared was supposed to come in and drink some shots with me. I love
booze.
This Maui Blue Hawaiian.
Maui Wowie.
Yeah, Maui Wowie.
Yeah. Are these Maui Wowies?
These are Maui Wowie.
Wow.
And
your eyes, they just match this Maui.
I don't need that right now, but I guess we'll just go ahead and take this shot.
Cheers.
I'm glad you knew what to do with it though. That was good.
Oh yeah.
You drop it down and all that. That tastes like Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid jammers.
Like they left Kool-Aid out for too long.
Yeah.
But anyway, now as good as time as any.
For what?
This is going to be the middle segment. This is our halfway point of.
Am I filling in for Jared?
For the moment, I guess, because Jared is apparently. I think you probably stabbed him. I don't think
He had
alive.
Taco Bell earlier.
Well, that can leave people incapacitated for a bit, but
he has the poopy doobs.
the poopy doobs. This is my favorite segment of the show. The halfway point means it's time for Explain That Ham. That right there is going to be some ham on the screen.
Who are you pointing at?
The camera. You know there's a camera here.
Okay.
Well, Explain That Ham. I'm going to show you a picture of ham. You're going to explain it for me. I think Jared would have done it at least in a more professional way.
I love ham.
Ham. Okay. Well.
Green eggs.
And feet.
And ham.
Okay. We're going to go and explain that ham. So, I guess Glenn Glansberry?
Glansberry.
Oh, God. Go ahead and please explain that ham.
Ooh. Looks very...
Don't touch this.
What? I can't touch your ham?
No.
I love ham. This looks like a very juicy ham. It is glistening. I'm very confused. Why a bed of lettuce?
Because that's a
garnish? Oranges, though.
Yeah.
Why the oranges?
You never had an orange ham?
Are you cooking with the oranges?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a garnish. You got to add flavor to it.
But
it's like Guy Fieri.
Who?
Guy Fieri.
Guy Fieri.
Yeah.
So I know my way around meat.
Mm-hmm.
This looks delicious. What?
You know your way around meat, like what?
I like ham.
Okay.
Anyways, this looks very tasty, well cut portions. The thing is this ham for a family? It seems like a very small ham.
Does it?
I
think that could feed a family.
How big is that plate? I mean, you look at the oranges.
That's a big plate.
You look at the oranges compared to the ham slices. Mm-hmm. The orange is almost as big as the ham.
What would you prefer?
The ham.
Well, how big of a ham?
That ham.
You want this one?
It looks good.
So it's a ham for Glenn, but not for a family.
No.
Oh, it's not.
I'm single.
You don't have a family?
I am on the dating app Honest Match. Thank you very much. I don't have a family, but I want that ham.
Well, the ham is gone for now. I appreciate your description of the ham. Again, I think Jared probably would have done it in a way that is more family friendly.
What are you going to say? Family friendly and professional?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But, I appreciate your input.
Well, I appreciate the booze. I'm going to leave because you're offending me.
Okay. Bye. I don't know how he got in here. I really don't. Jared's house is pretty protected. He has his brother is upstairs, and he just walked in.
More moments later.
That was a. Did you see that guy?
What guy?
Glenn Glansberry, I believe his name was.
No. Wait. What have you been doing this whole time?
You missed a shot. I took a shot. Was that in my head? I hope it wasn't in my head.
What are you talking about?
Someone took another shot with me. Some guy named Glenn Glansberry. We talked about ham. You explain that ham.
I love ham. Why? Can we go back?
I know. It's gone now. The moment's gone. You missed a blue shot.
Oh, I don't want blue.
Yeah, okay. All right, we'll go to our next
green guy.
Well, you're about to get it with this next delicious shot named Cactus Juice.
Cactus juice? What is this?
Cactus Juice. Not bad.
You know what that is?
Tastes like a margarita.
Yes. 100%. You know what that is? That is margarita mix without the mix. You just buy that, boom.
That's pretty good.
Honestly, I don't like tequila.
Yeah.
But I would drink that on the rocks. I'm gonna have some of that later.
I think that's basically it's mostly triple sec. It's mostly triple sec and a little bit of tequila.
The thing is, that's not bad.
No.
That's the one I was worried about.
Yeah, that was the fearful when we picked that up at the local store. That was
spoilers.
That was.
We didn't go to the alcohol cupboard that we had to go buy this.
Yeah, yeah, we're not getting funded here.
No.
Cactus Juice. If you want to fund us though, if you want to sponsor us, it's by Dick Cooper. They do a lot of like weird stuff. Dick Cooper, Cactus Juice. Drink it. All right. Next question. So I just went through a weird experience here. We've
all been through weird experiences,
right?
That's college.
That's college. That's also YouTube. There's a lot of weird experiences on YouTube. Glenn has been on YouTube. He talked about his dating profile that he's got
Honest
on.
Match.
Honest Match, yeah. So YouTube in general is kind of a weird space, right? And you've been on it for 3 years now, right?
Yeah, kill me, right?
Well, I guess that'll answer the next question. 3 years on YouTube, you've seen a lot of stuff change over those 3 years, and you've done a lot of growing.
Yeah.
Height-wise, you're pretty tall now. When you started, you were pretty short.
Girthy,
so.
yes.
Not that.
Okay.
Oh, this is a rated G video, even though we've said fuck 3 times.
You're not allowed.
But YouTube, you've seen a lot of changes happen over the years. I guess we could go into this area too. Like, what are some changes that you've seen that you've liked, and what are some changes, or maybe disliked, and what are some changes you'd like to see to the YouTube landscape, whether it be with the platform or even some of the users as well?
I think the thing that has changed, and again, it's kind of monetization, it's monies and stuff, and it's really one of those things. It's like, why are you doing this? And it's obviously I'm doing it for fun. I needed a hobby. I need something to keep me busy. But obviously, it's like, well, I want this to be a living, or be able to get the skills to bring this into a living. So it's one of those things where it's like, where's your mindset?
Right.
And I think that when it first started off is you needed 10,000 views to be monetized.
Right.
Which, looking at it now, not that difficult. Back then I thought it was difficult. Now, not difficult. And right when I got to about 10,000, boom, they switched it, and you needed 4,000 watch hours.
I remember
and 1,000
that.
subscribers.
I remember that.
Pissed.
Yep.
I don't show that I'm angry much.
Yeah.
I'm a very chill, cool. I'm a cool cucumber.
Yeah.
Cucumber. I'm a
Cucumber.
Cucumber. But that really upset me. So that was
Yeah.
one thing. And again, it's bigger people on the platform. I think that just they're abusing it. And the thing is, cool that someone is paying people for talent. It's insane.
Right.
It's this whole new genre generation. I mean, YouTube's still new.
Right.
I mean, we were watching videos from like 10 years ago
That you'd never seen before.
that I'd never seen before.
Yeah.
But they had millions and millions of views.
64 million,
Yes.
yeah.
So it's one of those things where it's just like, like you're saying, at the beginning it was like, oh fuck, like this is the beginning, I don't know what to do, I'm learning, I like, you think that you're better than you are. And then when you go and watch other people's stuff, you're like, oh, I'm not that good. But also you look at other people's stuff and be like, how come it's not working?
Right.
So it's this weird duality, I guess, of like, am I good enough? Am I not good enough?
Right.
It's this do you know what imposter syndrome is?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. So I have that, not gonna lie, every single day.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, I'm not that good. Why are people watching me?
Sure.
And, I'm sorry, I'm gonna be candid here, but...
Right. You've had 3 shots.
Well, and also, like, that's how I feel. It's
Right.
like, I'll do something, and unfortunately, I'm just like, well, it could have been better. That's just the way I think.
Yeah, and part of it too is that's kind of what's led to some of your success is you're always trying to get better. I mean, like we just talked about with 3 years ago, if I came to you with this idea, we would have no way to do it.
No.
Now you've put money, hours, tears into this stuff.
Unfortunately, yes,
Yeah.
a lot of tears.
I wouldn't say blood or probably sweat. You probably sweat a little bit.
Blood too. I
Yeah.
think I've dropped a few things like,
on your,
yeah.
You did drop something on your shin earlier today.
Yeah,
so
yeah. So that's the things that that suck, I guess. Things that I wish could be better
Right.
is just, I don't know. I guess it's like what do people want? And again, you know, there's the comment section, there's the like, dislike, and the thing is, you get people that are going to just tear you down. And maybe some advice for people out there: don't worry about that. And I know the first 2 years, I would say, first 2 years, I let that get to me a lot. Yeah, really bad.
But back then, it wasn't as much as it is.
No, and now, but the thing is, it's kind of like I build up an exterior, and it's just like, you know, you don't want to be like, oh, they're doing it because they want to be me, and it's like, you realize what's behind that kind of a person is there's not hate, but there's something that they aren't dealing with, and they're taking it out on someone else.
Yeah, it's. I think it comes down to probably two things for changes. At least what I'm gathering out of that is maybe some of the people who are doing those type of things is like maybe giving them some education of what you do behind the scenes of all, because you put in the work at all this. Some of those people who give those negative comments don't have that type of work ethic into it. The other one too is maybe even down to like with YouTube, some of the algorithms are very confusing, right?
Yes.
And so that's something I hear you talk about. It's like maybe giving some clarity with that.
That I think, you know what, I'm glad you brought that up, because I think that's the biggest thing is it doesn't make any sense. Yeah. It really doesn't. You can make a good video. You can make the worst video ever, which I'm not even saying that it's a good video. It's a review. It's a run-of-the-mill, normal review. I didn't do anything special. It has 70,000 views.
Right.
Something that I spent 25 to 30 hours on has 100 views.
Yeah, like 150, yeah.
and maybe it's because of what people are looking, and that's exactly what it is. It's like, what are people looking for? But if they give the algorithm of what people are looking for, people are going to just make stuff that what the robot is looking for.
Right, that's tough.
And I've even talked to you that there's videos that I did, and I wasn't really, I wouldn't say happy with, but 3 to 6 months later, they doubled, tripled, quadrupled in views because something clicked. I don't know if it was a robot. I don't know if it was people. I don't know if it was quarantine. I don't know what it is.
I think, though, too, there's a difference between someone who does YouTube for fun, just to put, like, I think there's people out there who do the blogs and do the YouTube reviews just so they can have someone to talk to. And I think that's probably how you kind of started. And then now it's evolved into, I want to do this as a job. Yeah. And I think there's people who... I think there's a mix of like, if you had a better understanding of the algorithm, you could still tailor your, because I think there would probably be a blatant way to see like that person's just doing everything that the algorithm says. But then there's also a way of like, okay, this is what his channel is, but he's also using the algorithm too. You know, so I think that might be something to explore, but who knows? You know, like YouTube is probably never going to give their secrets. Well, enough about YouTube and all that stuff. We probably need to take our final round of shots here to wash away the YouTube of it all and just enjoy our final round here. So let's get into that final shot.
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
Me too. I'm gonna eat so many brat. I'm gonna shove a brat in that pizza. Be like, you fucking like it?
Well, Jared, we made it to the final round.
We did,
final round, and the final round surprise.
I made it 4.
You made it.
I'm gonna make it 4. Glenn, I don't know who.
Yeah,
some character took my Maui Wowie shot.
We got some more later if you want.
Okay, perfect.
But the final round surprise is a potential double shot round. It's a speed round. I got 3 questions for you. You got 30 seconds to answer.
Are they multiple choice?
No, they are. They're straight off the dome. And if you don't answer, if you don't answer them to my liking, they don't count.
Oh,
so this is if you do not answer all of them within 30 seconds, we take another shot. First, though, we have to take the final shot of Anisette.
What is
by
this?
Arrow.
What is this?
Oh, you know what this is.
Anisette. What is this? A nice licorice flavor?
It is delicious. Is it not as good as you remember?
You know what? This is my problem.
Yeah.
When I take a shot, I guess my gullet's not big enough. So I, and I hold the rest.
Oh.
And I'm like, do I want that? And then I drink the rest. So I'm a 2-gulper.
You're 2-gulper.
Yeah, ladies.
Okay. Well, because, I mean, behind the scenes, we had this for our first time, and
Yes.
we were afraid of it, and we were like, this is good.
But the thing, it was delicious.
It was.
I mean, no one likes black licorice, but out of these, what we've been drinking, we drank the first time. This time, not gonna lie,
It has its competition.
I like it.
Yeah, it has competition.
Oh, I like it.
But that's what we're going to keep doing. We're going to keep getting different shots and trying them out. But this is a final speed round. You got 3 questions, 30 seconds. If you do not get all of them answered within 30 seconds, we take one more Anisette shot. Here we go. 30 seconds starts right now. First question. What is the most useless piece of knowledge that you have in your brain?
Oh my god. Oh, this is bad. Elephants don't like pizza. I don't know. That was bad.
That works. What award or trophy are you most proud of?
I got second place in a scholarship thing. I
Okay.
won an iPad.
Okay, and finally, what is a scent you'd like to bottle up and be able to smell for the rest of your life?
Oh my god.
We're done.
How did I not know the useless knowledge?
Isn't that you're under the 30 seconds pressure? That's tough, man. That's tough.
Okay, the first thing when I said elephants like pizza,
Yeah.
that was awful. I would have cut it right there.
Yeah.
Useless knowledge is like literally anything I ever talk about.
Yeah.
That's the thing is like any podcast I've been on, I say the useless knowledge. How?
See,
I could have just talked.
Mine was I know all the lyrics from the entire first album of Ashley Simpson show or Ashley Simpson CD. Her first
Simpson.
I'm drunk, okay?
God damn.
So that means
Okay, what was the last question? I want to get that one.
what is a scent that you'd like to be able to bottle up and smell for the rest of your life? Mine,
Yeah.
the smell of the local video rental store.
You know what? Okay, there's two, and I'm kicking myself now. It's that one of like not your local one, the one that I grew up in, like even though they're probably the same, you know, it's nerd sweat and
It's honestly what it is. It's the plastic from
you think
the
so?
VHS.
Is it the plastic?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the thing is it's probably that and actually number one is chlorine. Because I've worked at a pool.
You can do that.
I know, but that's the where do I go buy chlorine?
You can bleach is pretty much not really. I don't know.
No,
you can go to a pool. And
It's a subtle chlorine because I've worked at a pool for a long time throughout my life, and I love because it takes me back to summer. It takes me back to my childhood, and it takes me back to a time that I just wasn't hurting. You know.
I mean, I get it, and that's all good reasons.
I couldn't get past the useless knowledge. I'm still pissed. I could have said Crash Bandicoot was whatever, something. I don't know.
That was the answer. I'm like, you can do anything, and the other two were pretty specific. But you know what? You got two of the questions, but that still means you take one more shot.
All
so,
right.
salud.
To the Anna sit.
All right. Well, there we have it. We'll see what the rest of the night holds here. There you have it. We finished. We got through all. Well, you got through 4. Glenn got through 1.
I don't like Glenn.
You should probably pat Glenn on the head the next time you run into him. Thank him for taking.
Well, no, I did 5.
You did 5. You did 5
I did
shots.
5.
Did 4 liquors, 5 shots.
Yeah.
So you made it. We are here. We're at the end. Jared, do you have anything you need to promote? Anything you want to shout out? That's on your channel already,
Well,
included with this.
Seth, I want to say thank you for being a great host. Thank you for bringing me onto my channel.
You're welcome.
It's been wonderful, honestly. Proof of concept. I think this is gonna pass. This is gonna do well. This is gonna make it past the heads, the producers, whoever's paying out the monies at JBuck Studios. That's no one.
Yeah.
What's coming up on my channel? I don't know. Movie JBuck.
Yeah, who knows when this posts?
JBuck Live
There you go.
every Tuesday, depending on what time.
Yeah.
It switches up. I'm always on your podcast,
That's true.
SoCo Show.
SoCo Show.
There's a bunch of stuff, and you didn't really get into it. Maybe a future episode. There's a bunch of stuff I've written in a notebook,
Okay.
and it's a lot. Very, very many pages. And I just wish that I had enough time, energy, motivation to not only write it, edit it, film it, all of that stuff, because I mean, I hate to say it, and I know there's people out there that are doing more. I don't have that much time.
Right.
Like, it's one of those things where it's like you only have so much time. So it's like, yeah. But
Yeah.
there's always stuff. There's
Right.
always stuff.
Right. Yeah, I mean, we've talked about other side projects you've thought about, writing and things
Yeah.
we've kind of talked about collaborating on and things like that. So maybe in the future, we got this going.
We did.
So
and the thing is, no matter if people don't like this or not, this is sticking.
Yeah, I love this, and I mean, because we had plans, I mean, to do it again after our first time, and then the pandemic happened, and so now we're killing all the germs inside of us with all this alcohol. But we're here, we did it, we were able to convene and do it. So thanks again for joining me again for the reboot of Shot Ones. Again, for JBuck Studios, I'm Seth Ott. That's how we're gonna end it with a point to the camera.